We built another Ultra Leaf. So lately there have been a lot of people asking for the full package, which right now is an Ultra Leaf, so a 40 kilowatt hour battery inside, large extender in the back, tow hitch for some reason, and also for some reason all the Leaf owners take the 13 pin tow hitch, which is like you only use that to tow caravans, so not sure what they're going to do with it. Certainly not just putting a bike rack on the car. And soon, but not right now, this also will include three-phase charging, which unfortunately still is in the beta phase, not least because we don't have any chargers. So even if we'd want to, we can't really give any cars three-phase charging. And yes, this is the second 2011 Nissan Leaf with about 400 kilometers of range in winter. Now, the 2011 generation still has the little orange warning light. This is something we cause. Well, we don't cause on purpose. This is still an unresolved bug. So we don't regard this mod as final. And this customer has graciously offered to help us fix any bugs in these cars. So we're very thankful for that. Also, I should put it in eco so it says more kilometers. There we go. Oh, by the way, that warning light doesn't actually do anything. It doesn't cause the car to not start or not drive or not charge. The car works normally. It just has a permanent warning light. So it's aesthetics, if anything. Now, the tow hitch is something we've had like a ridiculous amount of requests for. I think 8 people have now emailed us since the last video to ask for tow hitch install together with the extender battery. So up to I think a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, we said, well, we can do this for you, but we don't have a lot of experience, and it's probably going to be expensive. So it's better if you just get your local garage to do it. We're now saying, yeah, sure, we'll do it. 900 bucks, 900 euros, including VAT and installation. That's what you have to pay us for us to install the tow hitch. And we can do that together with the extender battery. We cannot do that after the extender battery has been installed. So we've done it on this car. This particular car had its extender battery installed before the 40 kilowatt hour battery because we have a massive shortage of 40 kilowatt hour batteries. But well, in order to install the tow hitch wiring, you have to get the battery out again, and that's a bit of a slog. It took me about 4 extra hours to get this done. So, if you want a tow hitch and if you want an extender battery, we can do that for you. We'll keep tow hitches in stock, so we can do it pretty much together with any install. And now for this car. So, again, we are eternally grateful to Gert Bleker, who has loaned us this yet to be sold Nissan Leaf 40 kilowatt hour. We are using this to figure out the last few bugs with the 40 kilowatt hour retrofits. Of course, we are trying to improve things, and this is not just figuring out bugs to make the battery work, it's also to figure out how to make it better. So, yeah, we're using this car to test on. By the way, adaptive cruise control is like a really good feature. I should figure out a way to retrofit that to the Leaf. Also, we have found a couple of new suppliers for 40 kilowatt hour batteries. We have 2 German customers who have procured their own 40 kilowatt hour battery. I'm not 100% sure if they both did or just one. Yeah, we now have one 40 kilowatt hour battery in stock, which we will install to the number 1 customer on the list this Tuesday. And then hopefully halfway through November, we will do 2 more installs. So it's going quite a bit quicker than we initially thought. We thought it was just like 1 battery per month, but we might be able to do like 2 or 3 a month, which means the waiting list will be a lot shorter for this mod. And also, the customer that will get its battery this week he will only get the 40 kilowatt hour battery. So it's a straight upgrade from 24 to 40. And that will be first as well. So he will not get an extender battery. And of course, we're going to say you're not going to get the advantages of the extender battery as well. So, well, whatever. Also, this is probably going to be our company car. We are now loaning, but probably buying this ENV 200, which will be converted and which will serve as our test platform for this stuff. And this ENV is actually not going to get converted anytime soon, likely end of November, I guess, because this week we will have an ENV 200 Evalia coming for a 24 kilowatt hour upgrade. And yeah, he should come in today, roughly about now. So pretty soon I will be able to show you a video of how the install looks in an ENV 200 Evalia and yeah, what you can expect. Now, as for the ENV 200, obviously we have big plans. There are two taxi company thingies that have asked us explicitly, like, can't you do 40 kilowatt hour upgrades for this van, and can't you do like an extender battery underneath the load floor where the spare tire is now? And I mean, technically both are possible, but they're just much harder than the extender batteries that we do now. They have to be outside, they're exposed to the elements, we need to make sure that they're really well sealed and everything. So we think that we're going to use this ENV 200 as a test platform for like a big steel cage underneath the van to put batteries into under the load floor. And we might also try to do a 40 kilowatt hour upgrade. The reason that is hard is because there are cooling lines, of course, that we have to cut and then reattach somehow and make sure that all works well and securely. So this is not an upgrade. This is not a product that we will be able to serve up soon, TM, but maybe like in half a year or something. And so next up is a bunch of housekeeping that I have to tell you about. I'm going to get married on the 4th of November. And that means that we're also planning a little holiday. It's not quite a honeymoon, I guess. There will be no conversions from this Friday up to November 11th. So the first next upgrade after the 40 kilowatt hour upgrade this week and the ENV 200 Evalia will be on November 15th, I think. And that will be the first 30 kilowatt hour Leaf that will get an extender battery. So that's also very exciting. We're doing a lot of firsts these weeks, just because there are so many variants, of course. Now we're using the in-between time to get our processes more streamlined, to do some like repairs and upgrades and stuff and everything. So the time obviously isn't lost. We have a bunch of people working for us now, so work will go on. There just won't be any upgrades for a week and a half. I mean, that's not that bad. In the meantime, if you're really interested in buying a 2011 Leaf with an 8.8 kilowatt hour upgrade, the upgrade that we did for Gert Bleker with that battery size should be up on Autoscout 24 and Marktplaats soon. Not sure if it's already on, but yeah, that will be for sale. Now there's some additional housekeeping, and this has to do with the sheer amount of emails and contact requests that we get. So right now I am mostly responsible for doing all the external facing stuff, so answering emails from customers, prospective customers, that kind of stuff. And then Shag does a lot of internal admin and, well, also does a lot. But it's getting a bit ridiculous. Every time I make a video, essentially our videos have become marketing materials. Very good marketing materials, I guess, even though they're not really well produced. Every time we make a video, we get a ton of new requests. In like a month's time, our pre-order list has practically doubled. I should probably refrain from making videos, So I now have a backlog of about 100 emails or so. I cannot quite keep up, and there are also a couple of things like the granny charger stuff and the open sourcing of the CAN bridge and sharing all that information with other companies that I'm really behind on. It's been like weeks, 3, maybe 4 weeks since I promised to do a bunch of stuff for that. So I need to get on that, and I've kind of decided to make public that I might not answer your email, and if I do, the answer might be a little bit short. I like to write comprehensive responses, but I mean that's not really possible anymore. I do give priority to customers. Like if you're a customer of ours, especially if you've had your car converted and there's some kind of problem or question, I'll probably answer immediately. And if you're a supplier or somebody else who is deemed, of course everybody is important, but if you're deemed important for the company, I will prioritize your emails. Other people are gonna go at the back of the queue pretty much. So I'm sorry to have to do this until we get a secretary or anything like that. That will have to be how it works. And also, our website should be updated in the next few weeks, I guess. Another customer of ours has offered to do our website. I'm not sure how long it's going to take, honestly. But yeah, that should be up and running. There will be FAQs and product lists and prices for everything, that kind of stuff. Now, lastly, if you've made it this far in the video, you're probably really interested in the company, or you're very invested in it, you're on the list. If you want a 40 kilowatt hour upgrade, or if you're just generally interested in the company, please keep on the lookout for 40 kilowatt hour batteries anywhere. We'll buy them, or our customers will buy them directly. We are giving out a bounty. If you're not on a pre-order list or anything, if you're not particularly interested in the battery yourself, but if you find a battery and that battery gets bought by us for this purpose, we'll give you $100, €100, just like that. So this also goes for the EMV200 40 kilowatt hour battery, by the way. So this is just for a link to a product page or anything that will result in us actually getting that battery in our hands. Right, so far for this second massive info dump. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Probably with an EMV200 Evalia video, I guess.